Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is just a plain set I'm doing on my right hand. So it's my non-dominant hand, but I just wanted to share this video with you guys so you can see how I put the forms on to make these stilettos really skinny. And for that matter, you can do any nail shape with the forms like this. So as always, I sanitize my hands. If I'm doing a client, I will sanitize their hands. Sanitize your tools after you've disinfected them. Then I get my cuticle pusher and I'm pushing back all my cuticles, just like you see me doing here. Then on the other side of the pusher, I'm going to scrape any excess cuticle on my nail plate away. Just like you see how I'm doing this here, I'm scraping it away. Well, you see there's a lot left after I scraped. So then I just go into my cuticle drill bit, which I am using a cone, a small skinny cone drill bit for this process. I just go around the cuticle at a very low speed. Now, remember, this is how you know if your drill is at a low speed. So this is the drill bit I'm using. And if you put your drill bit on at the lowest speed and you cannot catch it with your two fingers, you don't want to put a carbide on there. You want to put like a sanding band. And if you cannot catch it with your two fingers to stop that drill bit from moving when it's on, then you know you're too fast. So that's how you can test it. So remember, always at the lowest speed, and if you need to test it, you put a sanding band on, grab two of your fingers, your thumb and your pointer, and try to stop that drill bit. If it doesn't stop, it's too fast. So now I just scraped all of the excess cuticle away with my drill bit like you watched. Now I'm into my sanding band. Again, low speed. You want to see if you just grab your two fingers and see if you can stop that. If you can't, it's too fast. At that point, I remove all the shine on the natural nail, lifting every time, and I do not spend a lot of time on one spot. You just want to remove shine, not remove the nail. Then I just go into my file, and you see how I'm filing my natural nail. I'm going into like a smile line shape. I'm going from each corner, and I'm not filing straight across. I'm going from corner to corner because that's how my natural nail looks, how it's going to create when I file it. So that's how I do this because I want to remove a lot of the natural nail. I don't need very much of a free edge at all. So when I put these forms on, I can get a better C-curve and a better pinch without my natural nail in the way. So I'm filing from side to side, just like you see how I'm doing, and I'm going up. Some nails won't go side to side like that smile line. They'll just go straight across square. At that point, you'll have to fit your form for a square nail. Then I dust all the dust off and clean them with pure alcohol, removing all the dust, cleaning the nails really well. So next step, guys, is our forms. I'm using Crystal Nails nail forms here. So you want to get the tab, just like you see how I did here. That's just going to give it a little bit more strength. Then I'm going to roll it. You can roll it between your two fingers or your two thumbs like that, or your fingers. Better to do your fingers so it stays straight, just like you see how I'm doing here. Then I'm going to fit the form, see where I'm going to cut. So I right now I'm fitting it. I'm seeing what tweaks I have to do. So I'm going to show you right now where I'm going to cut the slits in my form. So I'm just showing you with my brush where I'm going to cut the slits in this form. So this, you eyeball it, you look, you measure where you need to cut. So I'm going to get my cuticle scissors and I'm going to cut two slits where I measured on my natural nail to the form. Then I'm going to get my scissors and cut around these cat ears out. See how I'm doing that? Very easy. This is going to give a lot of your finger room to push out. See, when I fit that form, I can make this form so skinny, guys. Look at the difference. I'm just showing you how it's going low because we're going to do a stiletto. So we want it to go low, but look at this form, how you put this on. You see how it goes from one side wall to the other. So then you pinch the bottom, and you want to make sure the bottom is pinched. The bottom, when you close the tabs, it's straight, or you'll get a crooked nail. Now I'm using protein bond, 2 coats of protein bond on each nail. I'm using Sirens, and I'm using my Nail Harmony brush. So here I am applying the acrylic very close to my cuticle. I don't like when there's a lot of room there. You don't want to touch the cuticle, but you don't want to leave a lot of space neither. I see a lot of beginners who will leave a lot of space because they're scared, and it does not look right at all. You have to go really close, not touching, but a lot of times what I'll do is I will use an orange wood stick and push my cuticle back a little bit more, making sure I have that room, but it's real close to where you can't even see it, just like I did in this set. So I'm just placing the product on, and you see how skinny this form is. Now, I have another video up for you guys. You won't want to miss that. I'm showing you guys how to do the Maryland shape. And the reason why I want to tell you in this video is because I put the form for the Maryland shape just like how I did here. I actually pinched the form here at the end to where I want my stiletto to go. So I'm using glass to use for my top, to cap it with the top acrylic. I'm using glass acrylic, so it's clear, but it's just what Tones calls it. Their clear is glass, and then they have clear. So I'm using Tones and Organic Nails Sirens. And you see I just placed the product on. Very easy. Just how you're seeing how I do here. Then I'm going to go on to pinch these nails. You see how already these nails are skinny. That's just because of the form fitting. Remember guys, the form is our foundation. So if you have the form all fat and messed up, you're not going to have a perfect nail on top. So this makes for the nail already perfect when you're done. So then I go on to this drill bit also is a prepping bit. You can use it for your acrylic around your cuticle area. Gentle, but it takes enough acrylic off. I love this bit. So I'm just getting rid of any excess bulk acrylic on the top. Then I just file the sides of the nail and underneath the sides. Okay, so I'll show you that and what I mean, how I'm filing. You'll see how I file the steps of the nail. Then I'll just go over the surface with the file, making sure it's perfected, and then I will buff the nail. So I'm going onto my pinky here, same process. Grabbing the acrylic, and I got an orange wood stick, and I pushed my cuticle back a little bit more, making sure I can put this acrylic really close, not touching, and having that little room that we need in there. So very easy, but look at the form. Do you guys see how skinny this is? It's very important. If you can do the forms like this, you're going to have perfect nails all the time. So shaping up the sides of the nail when you're putting your product on, you don't want the product running down the form. And then I'm capping with clear acrylic, Tones glass acrylic. So here I am using my magic wand to pinch the nail. Then I go on to something much stronger, but I don't use it that strong. I don't, push on it really hard, but it gives me a perfect C curve and a skinny nail. Exactly what I'm looking for. Then I'm just showing you right here how I file. So we do the sides, underneath, and then on top. I'm removing any excess bulk. Then I'll go on top again, on the sides, underneath the sides, and I'll just refine everything up and shape this stiletto nail shape into perfection, where I feel it's perfect enough. And how you would feel would be perfect enough is when you would stop. Alright guys, so after I drilled and filed and buffed all the nails, I cleaned off the dust with a manicure brush and my alcohol. I'm using Accent's Top Shine for my top gel. I love this top gel. The shine lasts forever. I'm using my Vanity Planet lamp. I'll leave the code in the bottom if you want this to purchase this lamp, guys. It's, I believe, $100 and you get it for $30 with my coupon code. I love this little lamp. Remember to add your cuticle oil. And here's our final results. And one more thing, on my fingers right there, you see that I have, like, it looks like a cut. I did not cut myself. Proud to say, because I do a lot, but I didn't this time. I had a piece of skin hang in there. You see it in the beginning of the video where it's just right there hanging, and I pulled it off and with my finger instead of just cutting it off, so it made that bad. You never want to do that. Try to just cut it off and don't pull it off like I did, but that's what I did. And thanks you guys so much for watching. Don't want to miss the other video that should be out in a couple days. I love you guys.